It was a dark and stormy night. As the fog set in, the sea prowler crawls across the... We come out of a storm to hear the legend of the Captain Pescado of the Diablo Doro, lurking in the murky depths. Welcome to Mysteries in the Machine.
Charlie.
And I'm Ethan.
Ethan's a pirate today. Arg.
Arg.
It's, you made the vibes. The vibes are here now.
Yes.
Much better. You know what, Ethan, so far, we have had a pirate episode.
I'm here for it, honestly.
Do you think we're going to keep up that? Because I don't know.
I hope
cannot
so.
remember.
I don't know how we do that in a pup named Scooby-Doo, but anything could happen.
I have no idea if this continues to be a theme, but at least today, we finally get someone who's not Redbeard.
Yeah, we get a different pirate design, and I'm very happy about that.
I mean, I don't know if his design is my favorite, but we certainly got something different. We got a different guy.
Yeah.
And the names in this episode.
Yeah.
In so many Scooby-Doo episodes do this, but this is just every single
This
person.
is egregious. You have two different translations of the word fish as a last name in this episode alone, plus the name of a species of fish. Carp.
We have poisson.
Yep.
Carp. Mm-hmm. McFin. McGill. Mm-hmm. Pescado.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I can't.
The writers were really in their bag with the fish puns here.
Yeah, just a lot. This episode is a vibe for sure.
Yeah.
I do often forget about it. I will say this is another one that I'm just right. This is the one that has the three guys for some reason, and they're on a boat.
I like the design of the octopus monster though.
Yeah, that one's interesting. Right? So we have kelp and we have octopus, and the kelp monster leaves something to be desired.
Yeah, it's kind of like if Captain Cutler from Where Are You got strangled by kelp.
Not even. It's just goop. It looks like a goop monster. It looks like oh god, what's the last monster from Where Are You? It's that one. It's the Don't Fool with the Phantom. It's that guy.
Yeah.
The wax phantom.
Okay, yeah.
It looks like him, honestly.
Yeah, I can.
Just a goop guy.
Very goopy.
All right. Let's get into it, my dude, my man.
Hell yeah.
We're on a boat, and
we are indeed on a boat.
We have some gang lore because they're in school. Did you know that they're in some kind of school?
Which is fucking wild to think about.
A project for class?
Where do they go to school where this is a group project they have to do?
I don't know. He's a professor, and most often professors in the American school system are college.
Right.
So, are they college age?
That would be my guess. If he is teaching the class that they're in and they're going with him for research purposes.
I feel like it works. I don't know. They're just in that weird space of they are teens.
Yeah.
But also, Did you know how many times they said, we are experienced scuba divers?
It's at least 5. And they are technically correct.
They are. They have done scuba diving as early as like episode 2 of Where Are You? So, yep. But also,
we didn't need to bring
it
up. Yeah, we didn't need to bring that up more than 3 times.
I just think it's funny. It's like, hey kids, don't do this at home. Looks at the camera. That's the vibe.
Yeah, don't try this at home, children.
They can do it because they have done this before and they know what they're doing. Obviously.
I've been through scuba training. It's not that difficult, but I also did it in a pool, so I don't know.
But they are on this boat, and the professor is he's about to go and retrieve artifacts from a sunken ship for the museum. Like, that's what he was going to do anyway. Mm-hmm. And he gets to be helped by the kids as part of their project, and also because
it's brought up at least like every 5 minutes.
Ethan, did you know they're experienced divers?
No, tell me more.
No, that's all I have to say. It's just they're experienced divers.
Exactly.
And so the professor is on board here with the crew. Scooby-Doo, where's the crew? Mr. Carp, Mr. McFinn, and Mr. McGill. Yeah, they're all a fun time. And it's Mr. Carp who's like, he's got like the stink eye, you know, the one eye closed, and he's like, creepy
there be trouble in these waters.
Yeah, that's absolutely the vibe.
Yeah.
You know, that guy whose ship we're going to, his ship is haunted because he's a ghost. Ooh. Because of course, they can't go anywhere without their.
It's impossible.
Absolutely.
And he has a crew of sea monsters that will assist him, supposedly.
Is this where Pirates?
I mean, okay. We are far enough back in history that Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride, may not have been open. So, I don't know that for sure.
Why would you dare say something like this in front of?
Because I knew that you would most likely know that information.
Because I'm like, that's like, I don't know if it's necessarily opening day at like Disneyland, but it's like pretty fucking early for Disneyland stuff. 67.
I thought Pirates of the Caribbean was Disney World.
Both.
Okay.
Both. Ethan, it's one of the most iconic rides.
I know. Like, I just thought it would be at one, but not the other.
It's the last ride that Walt Disney himself participated.
Oh. Okay.
Don't you dare try to talk about Disney things.
You're the one who knows Disney park trivia. I've never been to a Disney park.
We'll change that someday. It's okay.
I know. Anyway,
yeah. So, they're gonna on the ship, but first it's sleep time, and everybody's in a hammock. And Scooby gets his own hammock. And is this our first shenanigan now?
The fish.
Yeah. I would count this as 2 separate things, because first there's a fish that just goes zoom through the window because the porthole is open. It lands on Scooby, wakes him up, and then Scooby jumps onto Shaggy's hammock and like twists and twirls it, and they're trapped. They all wake up. All the boys are woken. And apparently it's a flying fish.
I mean, those are real things. They are.
Although I think this makes it seem like it is actually. So
yeah.
But Scooby lets it out of the porthole, and then who should appear just bobbing in the water? The fuck?
Captain Pescado. The fishman himself.
Yeah. He makes Scooby faint. And the boys are like, wait, what's going on, Scoop? Did you see something? What happened? He's like, something out the window. All 3 of our nasties show up the next time they look out the window.
Yeah,
So
I really like the design of the octopus.
yeah, I think he's pretty good. Not bad. I just think they ran out of ideas when they
Probably.
so they knock on the girl's door and they're like, "Hey, there are sea monsters. There's a ghost. It's all real. Supposedly. We saw it. Let's show
Supposedly.
you." And they go out on the deck to show them this time where the guys were. They're not there. Now they're on the deck. Watery footprints all over the
Ooh.
place. And Captain Pescado starts chasing. The gang is running in all different directions. Shag and Scoob are like stopped by the kelp monster. Fred and Daphne and Velma run into a room.
Do we count it as a shenanigan if Scooby and Shaggy go through the porthole? Because they jump through.
Yeah, and thankfully they jump in the porthole of the same room that the rest of the gang is going into, which has our professor, our other fish guy. And he's like, "I thought you guys went to bed. Isn't it? It's past your bedtime, you teenagers. Come on." And then the crew shows back up. So we even lost them.
Not yet.
And they're like, "They're warning us to stay away from that ship. We can't go for the sunken treasure. So we're gonna leave. You're gonna come with us, Professor?" And Poussin, I'm just gonna say Professor. Professor is like, "Nah, I said I was gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. I'm helping the museum, digging up some history." And they're like, "Okay, well, we're gonna leave in one of the little boats. We'll see ya back at port." And Shaggy wants.
Of course he does.
He attempts to jump on the boat with them. And when Velma's like, "Scooby Snack's over there," Scooby, who almost was gonna jump on, was like, "Ooh, Scooby Snack." And then Shaggy's like, "Mine." Shenanigans for
A
that.
rare instance of Shaggy stealing Scooby's food.
Yeah. It's the way that he just like hops up. They're gone. The crew is gone.
Where's the crew? They left.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo, where's the crew? They left some costume.
My question is, how far away did they have to get?
They
And
just
how
went
did
around the boat.
I guess.
They just did a big U-turn.
Did they just put the costumes on over their regular clothes? That's gotta be hot.
I mean, that's how most people in these episodes do it, is they put them on over normal outfits so that they're easily identifiable when the stuff is taken off.
Yeah, not naked when they're unmasked if the mask takes up more than just like their face.
It's hilarious. So, the next morning, Fred's like, "Hello, good morning, everybody. Did we sleep well? There's still dun dun dun." Maybe it's those would have, at least according to Fred.
Yeah.
So let's go look for the professor. And his room is a mess.
It's been trashed.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He has been kept. So now we have to figure out where he is. He's the where's the crew that we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I feel like the problem with the entire crew leaving during this is that, okay, yes, these kids are in fact trained scuba divers.
Yeah, but that's the only thing they can do.
Can they, drive a ship? I don't know if Fred is proficient in water vehicles.
Land vehicles, sure, but water vehicles is different.
Yeah, definitely a different animal. So, I don't know. It's a little bit weird that we kind of just like left them. No crew.
Yeah. Scooby opens up the professor's locker, and the mirror inside is broken, and he scares himself.
Shenanigans for Scooby scaring himself with his own reflection, as he tends to do. So we're looking for any kind of clues here, anything that they might have left behind. And here we have the professor's note. And the page that was being written in was ripped out, but it left an impression. He didn't get very far in his writing. He wrote IMCMMSC, and then it leads off the page. Very straight.
So Fred's like, we gotta search everywhere on this ship, see if there's something that could help. figure out what this code means.
Because there's no place that the professor could have been taken. Like, if there was another boat around, they surely would have been woken up by it.
Yeah.
And there was a splash, again, probably would have heard it. So he's probably still aboard.
Shaggy and Scooby, of course, are poking around in the galley this time, not the kitchen, as is pointed out. Um,
I
the
love that.
octopus monster, the octopus monster loves locking people places, is what
Well,
I've
you
learned.
see, he's got all those arms, and with those arms, he has expertise in, like,
Mm,
instead of thieves' tools, that's how he.
yeah.
Uh, so everybody gets locked in rooms.
Yep.
Like, they literally they were making jokes of it, like, wow, people really want to lock us up today. What's going on with that? And I'm just like, it's because this is the bottle episode,
Yep.
right?
It is.
Right?
It is.
Listeners, if you don't know what a bottle episode is, it's where you're basically just in one location the entire time. And
Mm-hmm.
like, we're on a ship, so like, it's the most secluded that we have been in a Scooby-Doo episode before, I think.
Yeah. I mean, A Night of Fright is no delight. They were on an island, and so was
It's
Hassel in the Castle, but
I would consider those still to be bigger though than like
yeah,
the
they are.
ship, because they can
Yeah.
like go inside and outside, and this is like, I mean, there's an inside and an outside, but it's still, you're still on the ship
Yeah.
no matter where you are, unless you're.
Which I don't think anybody wants to be 40 miles away from the shore.
So our smart gang does not find the professor after they get locked in.
They're locked in the
Yeah.
bridge. Scooby and Shaggy decide to make some pancakes because you
It's
can't
always
search on an
time for
empty stomach.
pancakes. It's always time for pancakes, and they miss breakfast.
They
So
did.
now I want me some
And
pancakes.
Charlie, I'm hundreds of miles away from you. How the fuck am I gonna do that?
This is your job, Ethan. Make me some damn
Oh
pancakes.
my god. Okay. Well, let's see if the octopus monster steals those pancakes too, because two of its tentacles come through the portal and just yoink the pancakes away.
I would like to believe that this man is actually eating them. Also, the octopus monster is the most gremlin of all of them. Can we agree on
Correct.
that?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. Why do you think I like him?
which one is the octopus?
I don't
Mr.
know.
McGill.
Okay.
He's got a hat and a mustache. Do they all have hats and mustaches?
They all have some kind of
Probably.
facial hair.
I mean, yeah, they are, in fact, you know. Well, no, Mr. McFinn has no facial hair.
Okay. Also,
Um,
that's 14 pancakes that are like slightly smaller than plate sized. How is that man like able to walk around after eating that much? I counted.
well, remember, he's walking like in the octopus costume with like all the arms and everything, and I don't know, man. He he's walking like a gremlin man anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can, maybe there's like a pouch in the costume, and he's like eating the pancakes as he's
There you
scooping
go.
them. He's
And
saving
then
them
not
for
only
later.
that, he steals the syrup, butter, and glass of milk that Shaggy brings over too.
Not the maple.
And that looked like real maple syrup too.
I Ever since I went to Canada as a child, I've just better.
I'm not as picky, but I do like it.
So the smart gang escapes their room by going out the, what is this thing fucking called?
It's not the
There's
smokestack. Some sort of ventilating funnel is what Velma says it is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those like tube things that you see on top of a ship. So
Mm-hmm.
of course, they're all able to get
Mm-hmm.
out, and then Velma is like, "Okay, you guys keep going that direction." What, Shaggy and Scooby? She is gonna go check out the engine room. Then she'll catch. And I feel like this is a shenanigan right here,
It
because
is.
that is a stealth check for sure.
That is a natural 20 stealth check by
Velma failed her perception. He got a nat 20. Like,
because he
bro.
was right by the door as she walked into the room. He goes out the door behind her and closes the door and locks it, and she doesn't notice it until he is fully gone.
She's yelling for the professor, and then she tries to leave the room. It's locked. Oh well. Velma.
Girl, what are you doing? I expected more from you.
So something about her perception might be bad, actually.
She's still wearing her glasses. This should not be an issue.
I don't, I don't know. Shag and Scoob did find their way out of the galley. I don't know how.
Good question. Maybe they went
They
through the
did.
portal that the octopus monster stole the pancakes through.
They do end up being like, oh my god, we're locked in, and then somehow they are out of there, and they find Fred and Daphne. First, they're like, who's the shadowy creature over there? And they're all like, where's Velma? And she is yelling to them from
From the smokestack, she climbed from below deck all the way up there. Holy shit.
them abs.
It's the
Them
Nabs.
secret abs.
I'm calling shenanigans on this.
I don't doubt. I think that it might be a little bit of shenaniganery, but she's able to get out of there. And she's like, "Yeah, I got locked in here once again. Keep getting locked in places. That's really weird." And then we see the little dinghy boats that the crew left on, and now we can finally say, "Where's the crew?" Because we don't know where they are.
Well,
Their dinghy. Yeah, I know. We know. Because
yeah, we
this
know.
episode is blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Like, you could maybe perchance think that the professor is somehow in on something.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't think that he could ever be in on something, because it's just so the boat is like fine. It's covered in seaweed and it's just hanging out. Bring that in. That's weird. Wonder where those guys went.
Yeah, Fred lassos the ring on the front of the boat to bring it in.
Well, yeah. He's a cowboy.
True.
Of course he's gonna keep lassoing things.
That was for like 5 people, Charlie.
That's fine. So we have split up. We have Nerd Gang and Hot Gang. And the Nerd Gang is looking at the Rapid Room.
You mean the radio?
I can't read, okay? Leave me alone. Why did that look like a P for a second?
I don't know.
I have astigmatism, leave me alone.
But the kelp monster is in there just sitting. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's just sitting. It looks like he's...
Yeah.
And there is a window open. So Velma climbs on top of Scooby. She's too short. And, she's 4'9".
Yeah, that's a fact that we learned this week. Velma is 4'9".
Oh, tiny little gal. And she is like, okay, I'm gonna use this fishing pole and like do some little finagling to send out an SOS on the radio, because she knows Morse code. She was in the Girl Scouts. Clearly, all Girl Scouts know Morse code.
Charlie, did you ever learn Morse code?
No, I did not ever learn Morse code. I think this is just a Velma thing. She really wanted that one patch.
But they're being attacked on 2 fronts because the octopus monster is back.
Yep. He's going after Shag and Scoob, and Slimy Kelp Monster is going after Velma, and they end up being separated. And the Hot Gang, well, they see the shadow of Pescado and run into the diving room.
But they leave the door open.
Well, they like hide behind something. And
yeah, I guess.
Just jump straight in the water.
Why?
Like a fucking maniac.
Why?
I don't
This
know.
is one of my. And then what happens next is one of my favorite bits of the episode because
Oh,
Shaggy and Scooby go
that's
into a room.
beautiful.
The octopus monster is walking behind them. He turns to look to see if they went a different direction. Scooby comes up behind him, ties one of his arms to the banister, and they go away. He
And
notices
he
they're
doesn't
walking
even
away.
notice that
No!
because that's again how you can tell it's a person in a costume. So they're running
Two of
away, and
them.
he's just stuck there to this bar. That's shenanigan. The next shenanigan, I think, is what happens with Velma, where she runs into a room. The kill monster is chasing her, and the kill monster cannot find her because somehow she's an expert gymnast and jumped onto a pipe that was on the ceiling.
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen?
Is that an athletics or an acrobatics check, Ethan?
Acrobatics, 100%.
All right. And then they finally meet back up by doing one of my favorite things, which is backing into each other and getting scared.
Yep.
And even Fred and Daphne show up, and
Mm-hmm.
they like catch up and like, okay, so this is what's happening. We sent an SOS. Pescado's going down to the Diablo Doro, which is the ship below.
Which, for
So,
those of you who don't know Spanish, translates to the Golden Devil.
okay. I went to the page to see what it Doro meant, and it was just like, we don't know.
It means made of gold, so
Wow. Whoever wrote this trivia doesn't know Spanish.
which means it was probably an American. That's fine.
Yeah. All right, so Velma's genius plan is that Shaggy, and Scooby are going to go down in the diving bell, and Fred is going to use the controls.
Yeah,
Where does Daphne
there you go. Why isn't she in the diving bell?
Why isn't she important in this scene?
What happened?
Daphne, what's going on? Were you
Because she
captured and we
was
didn't notice?
she was with them when they came
She,
into the room.
she was. Velma does use Scooby Snacks to lead our boy into the diving bell because he's scared. Shaggy's also scared. He doesn't get that. So they go down there. Oh, there's Daphne. She moves the ladder.
Yeah, but that's all she does the entire time that they're down there.
Daphne, you can do more than this. So Fred is lowering them down, and they're like, oh, there's a shark. We already have trauma from two sharks. Two shark monsters, I should say.
Yes.
Do I call shenanigans on Scooby scaring this shark? Because he wasn't very scary.
Yes.
He just showed it his teeth. His teeth are flat.
I
That
guess
is
the
not
shark was too
scary.
creeped out.
So, but you know what? They're in the ocean now, and they're all experienced divers. So guess what? They have to put on their diving suits and go check out this sunken ship. Look for some clues, of course. There's some air tanks down here. Why would a ghost need those? Why would some sea monster? Scooby gets caught on something, and uh, he's struggling, and then he swims way too fast to get out of it. That he breaks through a wall and finds a bunch of treasure, which all three, our ghost and our monsters, are right next to Shenanigan.
Shenanigan.
It's like, well, they found the treasure, but also they found the monsters. So swim away.
Yeah. And Scooby, in his infinite wisdom, uh, attempts to put a swordfish in the room with them, but the door shuts and locks before he can do that.
I thought he was
That very well may have been.
trying
Either
to
way,
look
it's a
intimidating.
shenanigan.
It is a shenanigan. And they get back into the diving bell. But before they can get up and be lifted up by Fred, all three of our guys show up and they run after Fred and Daff. So, running time. And this wasn't the greatest.
It really wasn't.
You ran into a room and you got locked in again.
These guys really love locking people in rooms.
It's like the fourth time this episode that somebody's
Something
been
like
locked in a
that.
room. Drinking games for the episode. Every time they say experienced divers, and every time someone gets locked in a room.
Yeah. So Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby have to swim all the way back.
Yep.
Now, Charlie, how familiar are you with?
I've never done it.
What do you know about it?
You don't want to go up too fast because like air bubbles,
Air bubbles where?
like in your lungs. Isn't that
In
bad?
your bloodstream.
In your bloodstream. That's what it.
So I can't help but wonder, could that have happened if they just swam the whole way there?
I mean, I would assume it could happen, but they're experienced scuba divers, so
Clearly.
I think that they know what they're doing here.
Yeah.
So they finally get back onto the ship. There's a bunch of wet footprints from our back. Oh
Mhm.
no, where are Fred and Daphne? What are we gonna do? Scooby gets so scared. His teeth are chattering. He tries to stop them from chattering, and so his like mask starts
Yeah.
chattering on top of his head. Shenanigans. They change out of their scuba gear, and they find Fred and Daphne immediately. Because they were locked right in the room there.
Well, and Fred was also doing SOS and Morse code on the door.
And as we learned, Velma knows Morse code, as all Girl Scouts do.
Except for Charlie.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I was kicked out, because I'm not a girl and I didn't learn Morse code.
Well, I don't think
That's
you
the
knew
answer.
you weren't a girl at that point. You may have, I don't know.
Ethan, I'm trying to make fun jokes here.
Okay, fair enough.
So the ghosts are coming back, and they just kind of close themselves back into this little room, so they don't have to run into them
Yeah.
for a second. Like you guys were locked in this room. You could accidentally have gotten locked back in.
Yeah.
The ghost dive back into the water, and the kids decide, let's bring back up the diving bell now.
Yeah, now. Because clearly it was so important before.
And randomly, Scooby and Shaggy find gold detectors. Not just your regular metal detectors, gold.
Alright.
Do those
Sure.
exist? Is that real?
I'm pretty sure they're just metal detectors.
Okay. Then I think this thing would be going off the entire time they're in there, because this is a
Yeah,
metal
because the
ship.
whole ship's made of metal, so.
We get another using his lock-picking nails.
Yes.
But this is a special one, because he's like, oh, my regular nail's not going to cut it. I need to go and fix it specifically to be looking like that key.
Is this two separate shenanigans?
I think so. I think this is just like a special one, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So now his nail's just going to look like that key.
For a while, unless he cuts it off.
And they find the treasure and the professor. Finally, we found him. And he's like, hey, we should send out another SOS. Just to make sure that someone's. And when the gang goes out onto the deck to see if anyone's coming for them, they realize the boarding ladder was still over the side. So now the ghostly crew can come back up. Okay, now I get why they did with the diving bell. They were trying to keep the guys from coming back in.
Yeah, like through the bottom.
But they came over the side. So
yeah.
We gotta run from them, but we also have to catch. So what's the plan, Fred? What's our plan today? We got a net.
Just a net.
There's a hook is involved too. There's a hook and a net.
Right.
So Shaggy, and Scoob are working on this trap. Velma, Daphne, and the professor are all running still. And this is an interesting idea for Shaggy and Scooby. They're like holding onto the hook with one hand and the net with the other hand. They should have just let go of the net, but instead they let go of the hook, so they fall too on top of these bad guys.
It's
I mean,
effective.
it is. And
Better
the
than dirt.
professor ties the guys up. And finally, the Coast Guard shows up.
Took them long enough.
They received the SOS, and they're here to see what's going on.
Yep.
But before we get the reveal, Velma's just like, wait, we have to figure out, we gotta explain that.
Yeah.
And she explains that the I was actually a 1. First mate Carp, 1 MC. MM is McFinn and Miguel. And SC was gonna be, but he got stopped.
Yeah.
So that's who it was. It was the only 3 guys besides the professor that were on the ship. These guys suck.
They do. We get a meddling kids.
Yay! I would have succeeded.
Or meddling lads and lassies, as it were.
Meddling lads and lassies. Yeah. So I guess the professor was the captain of the ship. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I thought that was clear from the beginning, but what do I know?
It was not clear to me. I thought he like rented this ship or something, or like hired these guys to be his captain and crew, and he was just working on it.
Yeah.
But now the gang is just going to be the crew for now. He'll be fine, and Scooby has treasure.
He has dressed himself up, head to toe.
Very much. He's got his little crown, little earrings, many necklaces, and
bracelets.
The $6 million dog. Good stuff. And that's where our episode ends. But Ethan, what time is it?
It's terror time again.
Let's do some trivia. Now, this page is divided up slightly differently than before. Several of these things have question marks, and that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's 2 different things. Huh.
So first, we have some continuity, as I like to mispronounce it. The Coast Guard officer is based upon the police officer from Hassel in the Castle. Both are also voiced by the same voice actor, so perhaps they are the same person? Question mark?
I doubt it.
Maybe they just reused a character model.
That's my guess, given Hanna-Barbera. Professor Poisson is likely based on Jacques Cousteau, whose oceanic voyages of exploration were prominent in the news when the episode aired.
And in the final scene, Scooby is described as the $6 million dog, a play on the $6 million...
The Mystery Machine is not in this episode, as the gang are out at sea the entire time.
Many of the characters that are in this episode have names that are related to fish. Carp is a type of fish. Gill, although they spelled it with 1 versus the 2 L's, is what lets a fish breathe water. Fin, spelled with 2 N's instead of 1, is what lets a fish move easier underwater. Pescado is Spanish for fish. Poisson is French for fish. Yeah.
Velma was a Girl Scout as a kid, during which she learned the Morse code.
I mean, it is good for backstory, I guess.
Yeah.
Velma is shown wearing red shorts under her skirt when she goes to look through the porthole.
What perv was looking for that? I didn't notice that at all.
I didn't either. So, the fuck, people? What's wrong with you?
The Scooby Snacks box says Scoob Snack.
Scoop Snack. This is one of the few times where the gang mentions school as they're helping for a school project. What kind of school has exploring the ocean as an assignment?
Why are we questioning the episode in the trivia?
I love this. And then
finally, to round this out, do ghostly kelp monsters need to sleep?
Who's doing the trivia for this one? I
don't know. But I'd like to meet them. Who are they?
That's how trivia works, my dude. If you want to question things, I'm pretty sure there's like a chat feature on the wikis.
Yeah.
And you can you can do comments instead on the page.
Yeah, maybe it's user error or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
But
they thought because there's a question
that's,
mark in the title name, they could just have question marks as trivia.
I suppose. But that's about it for.
How many shenanigans did we have, Ethan?
Well, for the third time in this show, we have a shenanigan count of 20.
All right, all right. I mean, we have our average. It's kind of like between 20 and 22.
Yeah.
It's like 21 is probably the average, I'd say.
21's probably, yeah, probably about on point there. Um, what's our Scooby
And
snack rating, Charlie?
I feel like it's not a bad episode. I'm just like not enthralled by it. The
Yeah,
octopus is like kind of the only thing that was interesting.
I agree with that.
Like we got a new pirate design which we didn't even go over. He's wearing pink. Uh
He's wearing pink. He's got crazy white hair.
yeah, I don't know. He's no Redbeard, so
Yeah, not as
maybe
iconic.
he's not as cool. 3
Yeah,
maybe. I feel
I
like
think
that's the
that's fair.
baseline.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Like it's not
And,
bad, it's just not wonderful.
and whose side are we on? I know whose side I'm on. I think we
The
agree.
professor
Yes.
who just did nothing wrong.
Who got kidnapped for being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mm,
I've noticed we
like,
take the side of a lot of innocent bystanders.
listen, I think that's the answer is either you're taking the side of the innocent bystander or you're taking the side of the person who did the crime. And eventually we'll get back to people who did crimes that like
Yeah.
weren't terrible people.
We'll see what happens. But
Someday we'll get there. Right
yeah.
now, most of these guys kind of suck when they're committing crimes.
As of right now, yeah, they do.
And the professor, he's just like, nah, I want to help the museum and uncover some history and stuff.
Yeah.
So, we didn't even mention that he had a French accent.
Well, his name's Poisson.
I feel like it's not obvious though. Like,
I guess.
well,
Nope.
that's the episode. We found the crew. They were the bad guys.
They did. We did find them.
And with that, we're gonna go and search for clues for our next mystery. Bye-bye.
Bye. Mysteries in the Machine would like to thank its $10 and up patrons, especially Polish Lavender and Davy B. Thank you for being so generous and helping us keep this podcast going.
You can follow this podcast's socials at Mysteries in the Machine Pod on Instagram. You can send a message to our email, mysteriesinthemachinepod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can find me, Ethan, on Instagram and Threads at ethan.t.hewlin. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. Yeah. It was a dark and stormy night. Should I do a pirate voice for this? That is entirely up to you. I am tempted to do a pirate voice for this. I feel like that should have been how you did every single episode with a pirate. Not gonna lie. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best is right now. So... True enough. This is your baby. You do with it what you will. I shall.